Okay, guys, in this video, we will start array related problems. Okay, so our first program is input and output elements of an array. Okay, so we will take input for array and we will print the elements, right? Okay, so our program directly starts from the main function, guys. There is no other function or anything above the main function, right? So we have the header file here as to stdio.h. Okay, so in the main function, we are saying the user enter the size of the array. Okay, so how many numbers you want. Okay, so for this we are declaring a variable n and another I. Okay, so this scanf is taking the input. Okay, so let's say this user wants to give us 3. So enter elements, 3 elements. So this line enter 3 elements is for this line printf. Okay, so before that we are declaring an integer types of array, right? And the size of the array would be n. So whatever the number the user provides us, uh, this number is coming here. The size would be three number three numbers will be stored in this array, right? So enter 3 elements. So user provides like, let's run it again, 3, and enter 3 elements. I'm sorry, guys, there's a new line in this, right? You see there's a new line. So this is because this is why we have to provide here. So 2, let's say 2, 3 and 4, right? So these numbers will be uh, will be printed, right? So we need to visualize there's a for loop here. So how these 3 numbers will be at a time be stored, right? How someone can give 3 inputs at a time. So this is where the for loop will come into action. Okay, so let's see how it actually works. Okay, so if you see the for loop in the first iteration, I starts from 0, right? And I is less than n. It was n, guys. If you see in the program, I is less than n, right? And scanf array I. So that, what does that mean, guys? Address of array I. So whatever I is 0. So these address of these will get the value of whatever you provide, right? So okay, so these first array 0 gets 2. Okay, so and then I increases, guys. I increases by 1. So I would be 1 now. Okay, so this 1 is less than 3, right? So we're not changing the initialization would be 0, but we're not changing this. It's our wish, guys. Okay, so let's consider 1 is less than 3. So array 1 is 3, right? And third iteration I would be increased again, 2 less than 3, right? So in this case we will get 4, right? So we can't iterate anymore because more iteration is not possible, because it would be 3. So 3 is not less than 3. Okay, so now we will print the elements of the array are in the same process. We will print again, right? You see here, I starts from 0. I is less than n. Okay, so I plus plus. So this is how it prints, guys, array I. So you have to notice one thing: when you give input, we use the address, right? We store in the address of the array. And when you print, we don't have to provide ampersand sign, right? Okay, so for print function, for printing, this works in the same way in first iteration, second iteration, and third iteration. So if we provide here like enter, the elements of the array are these. Okay, so I hope you understand, guys. uh, it was a really easy work. So let's go to our next problem. Find the largest and smallest element in an array. Okay, if you see the program, guys, we're saying the user enter the size of the array. So like the previous one, we'll take the input for the size and we will initialize the array. Okay, so and element of array, number of elements will be like the number user provides, right? And printf enter elements, then we will take the all the numbers, right, as previous. So now we'll have max equals mean equals array 0. So what does actually this mean, guys? Whatever the element in this array 0, this is the minimum and this is the maximum. You understand? The same number is the minimum, the same number is the maximum. We are just assuming for now, right? So now go here. Let's say we took 2 3 4, right? So it takes the inputs, guys, and maximum minimum array 0. So what is in the array 0? Array 0 is 2, right? Array 0 has the value 2. Okay, so max is 2, mean is also 2, guys. Okay, in the first iteration I starts from 1, 1 is less than 3, and array 1 is 3, and 3 is 3 is greater than max. So if you see the program here, 1 is less than n is 3. Okay, so it's true. So array I, what is array I is array 1. What is array 1? Array 1 has the value 3, right? So 3 is max. What is max? Max is 2. So 3 is greater than 2, right? So now max equals array I. Okay, so whatever in array I, if it's true, then we will declare max as x array I. So array I means array 1 is 3. So 3 would be stored in the max now. Okay, so this condition will be false, guys. Okay, so array I less than array I means array 1, 1 is 3, 3 is less than 2. So this would be false. So now array I, this would be increased. Okay, this will increase, guys. It will be 2 now. So what's in the array 2? Array 2 is uh, 4, right? If you see here, second iteration, right? So 2 is uh, smaller than 3. Okay, so array 2 is 4. So what is max, guys? In here our max should be 3, right? Okay, so 3 4 is greater than 3. This is true. So max would be array I equals 4, guys. Okay, so array I means array 2. Array 2 has the value 4. So this would be the new max now. Okay, so we can't increase anymore because this would be, if we provided 3, if it increase, it becomes 3. So 3 is not less than 3, right? So our condition was I is less than n, so n is 3, right? I hope you understand, guys. So now uh, printf largest element. So largest element means max, guys. So max would be 4, right? And we couldn't do anything with mean, guys. Okay, so minimum element would be the the previous one, whatever we declared in the beginning, right? Minimum would be 2. Okay, so there is no change of minimum in our case. In this case, whatever we considered. Okay, if you want, you can take some other numbers and try to visualize the things will be clear to you, guys. Okay, now we will see a program to reverse the elements of array, guys. Okay, we will reverse the elements. So I hope you will enjoy this program too, right? So in the first line we have entered the size of the array, and we are just declaring the these variables. So if you want, you can do this letter too. Yeah, so scanf letter means, letter doesn't mean that you will write this in the below. Okay, so you will write this is the convention, guys. We write the variables on top. But if you don't remember how many variables you want or how many variables you may need, you can start from this line. Okay, so when you think when you face that you have to take the input, then you remember that you need n, so you can declare. So this is what I mean, guys. Okay, so scanf, we're taking input from the user and we're declaring a variable array of n number of elements will be there, right? and printf, enter the elements. So we're taking input from the user. The same thing is happening always. Okay, so reverse array, guys. So how to reverse? There will be for loop. I starts from n minus 1. Okay, so why n minus 1, guys? If you see, if you see this, let's say, uh, let's assume this array, guys. Okay, so what is this position? This is, n is 9, right? If you say the position, so how many elements are there? 9, right? So how many elements will be there? You can guess. You can, it starts from 1, and you know uh, from position we can say that we need we are taking 9 elements. Okay, so for the in the same position, index is 8, right? So if 9 is n, so you can say that in the same position you can say index is n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1 doesn't mean, guys, uh, this place. N minus 1 doesn't mean this, you know this block, right? This doesn't N minus 1 doesn't mean this block. N minus 1 means this same position, but uh, we are catching that, we are taking that place with, index, right? If you see here, um, first iteration for I equals, 3 minus 1. Equals means, guys, n minus 1. It's, you know so in our case you can say we took, 3 elements only. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. So if you want, you can take as many as you want. So 3 minus 1, that means 2. So 2 is greater than or equal to 0, right? So our condition was, greater than or equal to 0. So why this condition, guys? From top we are coming to the 0, right? So as long as I is greater than 0 or equal to 0, I would be minus minus. So why minus minus, guys? You always increment I plus plus. So why in this case minus minus? Because we are, decreasing the value, right? We're from top, we are, you know we're going down, right? And, you know values of I will be printed by this line. So you can see here. So 2. So what's the value of in the position 2? In two's position we have 4, right? So in the second iteration, okay, so initialization is the same, guys. So we are just we will just decrease the value. So 2 was the previous value, so now it will be 1. 1 is less than, greater than or equal to 0. It's true. So we will print the value for the position 1. So it's 3, right? So this was the second iteration, and this is the third iteration, guys, right? So in the third iteration, it will be 0. 0 is not less than 0, but it's equal, right? So when it's equal, it's true. Then we will print the position, 0 positions value, right? Okay, so we are printing 2 here again. So we can't decrease the value anymore, guys, because we can't go, less than 0. So we will terminate from the loop, and return 0 means all the lines has been implemented, perfectly, right? So this is how we get our output, guys. If you provide here, enter the size of the array 3, and enter 3 elements, 2, 3, 4, right? So you see reverse array is 4, 3, 2. So I hope you understood this program, guys. uh, we will discuss some more basic problems, and then we will uh, move on to intermediate problems, right? So thank you for watching.